And we're back. Welcome to the Technomancer. We are here with our friend Zach, Scott, and what's your name? Jeffrey. And we are about to go do adventures for the good of abundance. On the last couple of episodes, we've been clearing up a lot of side quests, and we are finally almost done with them. We only have a couple left, but now we are just going to jump in this big awesome land tank and go check out the go take the fight to abundance, go kick some ass, you know, for country and kind and whatever. We got to get in with this person, Amelia Reacher. We're going to be seeing a lot more of her in the future, and unfortunately I don't really like her that much. Maybe you guys will like her, but I don't. I see what the writers were trying to do with her character, and I think they kind of fell on their faces, but I'll let you guys decide for yourself.
Hello, Amelia.
The Technomancer who doesn't surge. Well, what's your name again?
Zachariah Mancer.
Yeah, you're a friend of old crazy Scott, right? Scott Seeker?
Yeah, I know him. He found me and got me in with the Technomancer.
He's right behind me, dude.
Always looking out for me. Why?
He's one of my father's friends. I still see him every so often, even though he's getting loopier and loopier.
Wow, come on, have some fucking respect. Anyway, let's get going.
Well, me and my men need to get to a site on one of Aurora's shadow paths. Heard you'd make that happen.
Wish they gave me a heads up a Mancer was coming along. But orders are orders. I can take you whenever you're ready.
We're ready.
This your first rover trip?
Yeah, first time this far from Ophir.
Nice! How's it feel?
So we actually do need to kind of foster a good relationship with her for reasons. So let's do this.
Exciting, I guess. A little terrifying to go this far without having the protection of a shadow path, but life's about the adventure, isn't it?
Took the words out of my mouth. That's why I love my job so much. Life's too damn short to play it safe.
You guys doing okay? Nervous about the fights we're gonna face?
The fights? What fights? I did not leave my home and laboratory to foray into battle, child. Did someone tell me this? Because I don't recall being...
We needed a doctor with us, Scott.
Yes, I understand. I do. But fighting it's dangerous. People get hurt, and I guess that's why... I mean, of course, I will care for you. But no fighting means no wounds to you.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, it scares me. How big's the fight we're looking at?
Aurora's troops and Technomancers. We'll have to be tactical about it. Hit them in small groups, since there's not a lot of us. But we stick to that plan, and we should be fine.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure once we get there and we get to doing and not just thinking, I'll be fine. It's the thinking that wreaks havoc on me.
This ain't my first rodeo, Lieutenant. Being on a rover is pretty neat and all, but still, no different from past missions. Hit an enemy, get hit back. Find ourselves down deep in Shit Creek and then wait for backup. In other words, it always goes tits up. But when you've been in the bad long enough, you get used to it.
Did you just call my baby pretty neat? That's it? Pretty neat?
I didn't mean, it's swell. Real swell.
Holy shit. I think you guys plucked this fucker from the farm before he was ripe.
Yeah.
It's huge. Really just shows how big a scale Aurora thinks on. Alright, let's focus on finding the tunnel entrance.
So, for the first part, we are here to basically just destroy them and wreck their pants and break all their stuff. And to do that, we are gonna, like Zach said, we're gonna take them in small groups one by one. It's a good point. Like, we're just literally dragging Scott along, who's just a civilian doctor, because we need him in the party. So it's kind of funny to hear that kind of reaction. But I'm not even gonna try to be stealthy. I'm gonna go get that guy with the gun, but not get hit in the process. I'm throwing some more punches. Whoop, maybe not. Gotcha. Shoryuken. Wow, we just destroyed that guy. Maybe I was premature in saying the punch sucked. I'm not sure why, but all these guys are dressed in beggar's robes instead of like an army uniform. So I don't know, maybe it's part of some kind of tactic, maybe they just don't invest that much in armor. I mean, best defense is a good offense, right? Either way though, we're gonna take this side path and we're gonna try to knock out as many of them because there's still a chance that they could drop something really good, something that we could really use. I haven't seen it yet. This run it's really interesting. This run has been way different than when I did this the first time. Like, they were dropping crazy shit left and right, and so far we haven't really. Well, I mean, we got this full jacket. That's pretty good, but we haven't really found that many before. So I think that it is interesting that we are having to do all this extra stuff. Why don't we just like go in with an army, you know what I mean? Like, we're literally fighting a full military scale operation here. But instead they're just sending in basically 2 guys for, like I said, what? Whoops. There's the gun guy. The cool thing too about this electric fist, I guess, is it lets us get our power out quicker when we're in a situation like this where we have to dodge a lot. I'm going to use our trap here. Actually, I'm going to use more than one trap because it's a lot of them. That was a beauty. Oh shit, oh shit. Ooh, jeez, Jesus, that was a lot. But that worked out pretty good. I haven't mentioned it, but a good benefit of having Scott on your team is he increases your passive regeneration a lot. And that's both, that's just part of his package deal, and it's good because he sucks in combat, and you're going to need that health regeneration to pick up all the health you're going to be losing with him on the team, since he kind of sucks at combat, as we've seen. But leave everything to me. Never feel afraid to use your traps when you're in a situation like that. Now, we did pick up a sniper rifle, which is going to help out our Jeffrey friend quite a lot. The cool thing about Jeffrey is that any weapon grade you can equip him with is going to massively increase his effectiveness, and that's because there's only a handful of weapons that he can use in the first place. So it's kind of a design flaw, but it's a design flaw that we're going to take advantage of. Now, don't forget, the other reason we're here is to find that artifact that our head wizard Hedwig sent us to get, or Ian, or whatever. The main head honcho of wizardry.
Those structures look colonial. Dome's gotta be close.
What are we looking for in here, Lieutenant? These are strange structures. I've never seen any.
I'm almost sure this
Zap!
Did you know these ruins were...
Whoa. Come on, guys, do something. You're literally just staring. Oh, he's not staring at the wall. Whoa. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I guess the advantage of having the fist is that you can just bust out a lot quicker, because if you'll notice, when we want to do the lightning bolt, we need a lot more clearance to do it. And I guess one fist is about the same as 1.5 bolts, so that's the advantage of our speed. Let's check out, got anything good for me? Nope. And these guys, they are as poor as they look. So, Another big portion of, excuse me, 1 second. One thing in particular that we want to be on the lookout for. I don't know where he is, but I know there's a big motherfucker waiting for us here. And those guys used to give me so much trouble because they have that big knockdown where they charge you, and they basically just like bowl you over and destroy you. So we definitely want to watch out for that guy. So this guy's just gonna be a bitch and just wait in the corner. So we'll do that. Open him right up. I guess I was being premature. The shock fist definitely has its uses. The other thing too is that as we get more equipment and more gear, like by proxy, it's going to do more damage because we're going to be doing more damage with all of our other arts. Actually, did we level up last time? No, we didn't. We need to get this. That is a really fun ability. And these guys are the actual Aurora Technomancers.
A Technomancer from Abundance? And I heard you were all nearly extinct. What are you doing here? What do you want?
I want to come in, and you're gonna help me.
No, I don't think I am.
So very important, you see that guy in the middle? Kill him last. Because if you kill him, it's going to end the confrontation. So we need to kill these... Oh, shit. If you see them doing that, look out, because you're about to take a lot of damage. And we want to loot these guys.
Stop! I'll help you!
I told you you would. Don't know why you didn't believe me.
Here I come.
But first, before you help us, let's take some things off here. Hopefully some good things off your friends' bodies. Nope, that's not good. And he didn't have anything. Okay, never mind. You had shit. I should kill your friends for having such pitiful offerings, but I'm a nice guy, so I'm not going to. The reason we spared that guy is because we need him in order to unlock this Technomancer door. These doors require 2 Technomancers. We already got one. That's us. And so we need him in order to get us to the next section. I'm honestly not sure why they put these in the game, because it's kind of like a weird little point. A weird little part of the gameplay that honestly doesn't make much sense to me and just kind of gets in the way more than anything. But that's okay, because now we are inside the ancient Earth ruins.
Oh, I doubt Aurora's been taking care of it. I wonder where the relic the merchants talked about is, or even how they found out about it.
Don't worry about that level 3 chest. Even though this is the only time we can come here, I believe, there's nothing good in there. I think it's more crafting supplies.
Well, it looks like we found the relic. Doesn't look like much, but the style of writing looks familiar. Even if I don't have a clue what it means. You able to decipher it? What is it? It even real?
We haven't been able to decipher it yet, but yes, no doubt it's real. Not sure if I can tell you anything else about it. I don't know what you're planning to do with it, and I don't want to offend you by talking about sacred matters, but you know some knowledge should only stay among Technomancers, right? So be careful, please.
I know what I'm doing.
What is it? It looks old. We should show this to the captain. It must be important, judging from how well guarded this place is.
Major object indeed. I don't think the captain will be interested in it.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have time for your monologue.
Technomancer's coming.
It's time to go, dude. We got 1 speed, and that's fast. I mean, that's how it should be when we're not doing side quests for, like, literally anyone off the street that even asks. If someone asked me to get them a bagel, I'd do it for experience. That notwithstanding. Now, the first part's done. We have to figure out a way to destroy these camps. And there's an exclamation mark over here. So hopefully there's some insight into what we can do. Taser face. Ouch. Oh, so stylish. Oh, there's the big guy himself. Oh my god. I even saw him coming and I got hit. I'm gonna heal right now. I'm not fucking around with this guy. Oh, I think we triggered another. Whoa. Shit. Let me put down a trap. Oh my god, there's two of them. That's not fair. Face it. No, no. Oh my god, this is too hard. Stop. Just die. There we go. Can I? Nope. Oh shit. Where's the trap that I put down? Come this way. Nope. Oh. Ah! Oh my god, he didn't even get knocked down. This guy's insane. What about a little bit of a... Nope. All that did was charge his phone. Shit. Yeah, do not underestimate those guys. They can give you one hell of a time. Of course, it didn't help that I think we just aggroed two groups. Well, I didn't aggro two groups. Clearly, my companions were so confident in my abilities that they decided that we could take both of them on at the same time. Which we did, but not without them dying horribly. But then again, that's kind of what they always do. Did you ever play an MMO wherever, like the old style where you had to have one person run ahead and pull the groups? And it was always really exciting whenever they were like off adventuring, looking to find that a group to bring over. And sometimes they'd fuck up and pull too many, and then you'd just be like, oh. It's like watching a freight train coming at you with a spear attached. And you know that spear is going for one particular sensitive spot, but there's nothing you can do to get out of your way. I'm monologuing. That's not good. Anyway, we, as we're about to find out, are going to find some explosive equipment that we can use to take down this tunnel. And we're going to have to go around the map to collect the components that we need to assemble the bomb.
There's a ton of different chemicals. They must have been using them to make explosives to help out with the drilling. Guess it would work for me too. One charge should be big enough to close the tunnel down. Just gotta be careful. But with the detonator and explosives, I should be able to set it off remotely and make sure I don't blow my damn head off.
I don't really know my way around when it comes to explosions. How do you intend to do it?
The shadow path was still under construction. Probably different ingredients here that'll help us make some explosives.
You, if I may, can't you make the tunnel explode with your Technomancer ability?
It's an option.
The man must have mercy. They will die if he does not help them.
Now, you think we're doing this because we're being good Samaritan here. And it's true. We are helping them out. It does give us, I think, a few cool points.
Here's your way out. I don't know where you're gonna go, but you better get going.
They will never forget the Hammer Man. Never. They thank him.
But we also get access to all their treasure. Thanks, guys. Also interesting, apparently Aurora treats their mutants the same way that Abundance does. So maybe it's just like a corporation thing where they just look down on the mutants as basically a bunch of trash just to be exploited. Not even human people, just to do all their labor for them. That's kind of sad. Maybe we can do something to change that. I don't know. We'll see. Right now we're focusing on just exploding this tunnel. And I think... Oh, I thought we killed everybody, but I was wrong. Face explode! Oops. Hey, you don't get to... Only I get to shoot my friends. That's an electroshock there if he's going for you. I hate these shield guys, actually. Whoop, so does he. Did we get everybody? Yes. Let's get some more treasure. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but when we took the route on the right,
We need some explosives to trigger a chain reaction.
there was a bomb. and we are actually going to run over and pick that bomb up. It's a vital part of our plans for domination over abundance. This ladder is going to unlock a shortcut. Look at that starry sky right there. The interesting thing is all the little details that go into these backgrounds. Even though if you look carefully, you can actually see a lot of these assets are just reused from other parts of the game. Like the bomb that we're about to pick up, it's the exact same bomb that the terrorists had planted to blow up the train station to stop the Aurora, or to stop the Abundance military from coming in and coming out. Also, apparently we don't care enough about this mutant to warn him like we did the others, so hopefully he's got mutations that give him resistance to A, explosions, and then B, all this collapsing stone that's gonna come. Hopefully. Thoughts go out to you, buddy. But the good news, okay, so I know I keep saying we're almost done with side quests. There's a little bit more side questing that we gotta do. It's all for a good cause, and that good cause is getting me lots of experience. I took the long way around. I'm an idiot. But we actually are really nearing the completion of the first chapter, and I honestly think that the first chapter is the worst part of the game. It's really the second and the third chapter where things kind of start picking up, things get more cohesion. And even though in the second and third chapter we're going to be basically doing the same format that we're doing here, where it's a lot of side quests and mixed in with some main quests that we can do whenever we want, the stories and the actions that you're taking have a lot more impact. And the cool thing is that the enemies are harder, and we're going to have more of our ability points, so we're going to be doing cooler stuff. So let's plant the bomb.
Perfect.
Once you do this,
to shut this access
you're
point down
committed.
for
You
good.
can't explore anything
All
else.
set.
You're obviously
Just
going to
need
blow it
get
up.
back to the rover before setting it all off.
So make sure you've gone through and you've gotten everything that you want to get out of here before you continue on. Also, important to note, my shield needs to be refreshed. Always keep an eye on that. You never want to caught with your pants down, because if you do, like, just look at how much damage we're taking with that up. Imagine how bad that would be when we lost it. But yeah, when you hit the button, you can never come back here, because that's the whole point. We're gonna blow it up into dust. Luckily, I think we've got everything that we can get. Alright.
Those tunnels gone. Aurora's got no way into Ophir anymore. Mission accomplished.
The intensity of the vibrations is soothing, hypnotic. They make me so tired.
Dear old Scott. My machine's caressing you with rumbles. Sweet talking you. Can't go falling asleep on a battlefield, though.
Thanks to you, the city won't ever have to face another attack like the last. All those people wounded because of those broken shutters. Just thinking about it, I feel nauseous.
It's probably the rover. Gotta get used to the vibrations. Most people fucking puke their ass out their first time.
No, I meant the thought of all the... Never mind.
I really don't get it. This is war, right? Aurora shows up and blows up part of our city, and how do we retaliate? Send a handful of people like us? I don't get it.
You ever do anything but bitch? Successful mission. Tripping a rover. Hell, if I was you, I'd be grinning ear to ear. Why don't you do that? Bitch less, smile more.
Yeah, I like her advice.
Zachariah, that was really interesting and very entertaining. I was happy to come with you, even if your excursions are not really... Anyway, I have patience to see. I have to go.
Thank you, Scott. And thank you for your help. I'll see you later.
Bye, Amelia, and take care of yourself.
Bye. Mancer? I've got, something to ask you.
What can I do for you?
Well, I don't know if you know, but my dad died when I was young. Actually, he disappeared.
He never came back from one of his explorations 15 years ago.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want your pity, okay? It's not about that. What I mean is, I've never managed to find out what kind of mission he was on and where he had gone. I know he was close to Scott. He was probably even his best friend. That old crazy man doesn't want to tell me anything. He says he wants to protect me. Look, I'll just cut to the point. I was wondering if you'd maybe look in his dispensary for me. See if you could find any of my father's notes or letters or...
I don't know, Amelia. Scott's like a father to me. Then besides, you know he's almost always there. How would I even do it?
I'm not asking you to break in or steal nothing. Just keep him busy. And while you are there, you know, just flip through files. I'm sure he kept letters between him and my dad. He's not one to throw anything away.
All right. I'll try to make him leave, but if I don't find anything...
Yeah, I won't blame you. But I know that you're going to find something.
Yeah, we're gonna find something, alright. I'll fucking level up. Let's spend that point. Okay, so what this does when we're, like, charging our electricity, and this cool ability when we get it, we're less likely to get interrupted. So that's pretty cool. Now, what are we gonna put this point in? Let's put it into agility. Yes, for agility. Wow, we are super nimble. Yeah. So as you could tell there, we lost Scott. So we won't get him back until, I mean, we can get him back, but we don't want to get him back until we're almost done with the chapter. At the end of this chapter, we'll take him back. But for now, we're just gonna roll with Jeffrey, and then we'll get David in a bit.
Hello, Scott. My captain told me that she wanted to see you.
Is it related to you? Are you sick?
No. Not that I know of. She didn't tell me why.
Oh, well, should I take my pouch then? It's an important question. I should still take it, though, but it's a little heavy. All right, I'm leaving without it.
Thanks, Scott. So, luckily, this is pretty quick. They are right... Oh, no, not right there. They're right in his bed.
I think I have a problem with going through your friend's things. I hope whatever you're looking for, it's worth it.
I'm trying to find information about the past. It's personal, okay?
Yeah, totally worth going through his things and stealing his shit. To help a random person that you just met. Like I said, we'll do anything for experience. Okay, Amelia.
Hello, Mancer.
Hello. I found some of your father's letters.
I knew it. Tell me.
Most of the correspondence was friendly. They were very close. However, there was some tension between them over time. Some letters gloss over an expedition that they had done together, but what surprised me the most is when your father talks about a boy who was actually Scott's son. The last letter I found is a bit bizarre. I didn't really understand what he meant.
What did he mean? Do you remember?
Your dad begged Scott to stop the madness, warning that his wife's divorce was only the beginning of what he would lose if he couldn't face the truth. That it was too late for his son. He seemed to think Scott was on the verge of self-destruction.
It's true that it's rather mysterious. Scott, a son. Did you know?
No, he never told me about him. He obviously lost him. No doubt it's still a touchy subject.
We have to find out what this is all about. You have to ask his wife. Did my father really mean to interfere in his family drama? Maybe that's why he disappeared? Please, Zachariah!
Now we gotta go talk to Scott's ex-wife. And that's actually pretty close by, I think. So I'm just gonna keep it running. Yeah, so after this, we have one more quest to do for that Fiorio, the merchant guy, Fiorio. I wonder if they have outtakes for this game where they were trying to say these crazy fucking names. We've got one more quest that we have to do for that guy, and then basically that's like all the side quests I can think of. There might be one or two. I'm not doing the Vori ones, so I'm not including those. Let's put on some charisma gear, because we need to make, or maybe science. We're just gonna ignore those warrior guys walking around.
I'm sorry to... You Angela Seeker, Scott's wife?
Ex-wife. What did the drunk do this time?
Nothing bad. He's a friend.
A friend? Right.
Just looking for some information on one of his friends. Mark. And your son.
Get out. Get out! What right do you have coming around digging up the past?
Yeah, so charisma's the way to go. Well, science is the way to go in this case.
Listen, I think Mark's disappearance was tied to Scott's research and your son. And I know you were a researcher too, so I'm hoping you'll be able to help me understand the research better. Maybe even find your old friend.
The drive to dissect even
All we
the
did was
smallest
just say
details
research
to
like 3
try
times.
to
How was that
understand
scientific?
How and why. That thirst once drove me too, but I let it go. There was no well deep enough to satisfy that thirst. I was never as involved as Scott. In truth, I began to give up my work once we had our son. The focus of my research had been the study of animal mutations with the goal of vaccine production. And always wondered if... Because of that, I had been the conduit that carried the infection to my son. Scott was more interested in genetics and its medical applications. The second our son showed signs, though, I completely stopped my research. If I hadn't told Scott, he would never even have noticed. And his answer was to swear he could find a cure. He really believed that with his work in genetics and mine in vaccination, that we could save our son. But I was too devastated to help him. All I wanted to do was spend every second with our son before he was taken away from us. Which, of course, happened. And Scott and Mark took off on a wild goose chase that he was sure would end in a cure. I didn't get it. There wasn't anything he needed that he didn't have access to in his lab. And while he was off, I was alone, and waited, and eventually got tired of it. So I asked for a divorce, and then they finally came back, with nothing to show for it. But soon Mark took off again to find what I guess were raw materials for research that Scott swore he couldn't find here. And that was the last I saw of him. That's all I know. I never found out what the research was on, honestly. I just want to forget it all. Please, now. Can you leave me be?
Oh yeah.
Move, you're a dead man.
Alright, these guys are kind of annoying me, so I'm gonna waste them. No one talks shit to me. I'm the Technomancer. Which means I get to tase you. And just shoot you over and over and over. Whoa! Oh. Come on, get him. Yeah, make the slightest move and you're dead, buddy. I did that with my armor on. Without my armor, whatever. I'm like the coolest scientist you ever known. I just kicked your ass. I am going to put my armor back on though, because I don't want to do that again. Okay. Let's run back to Amelia and conclude this quest. And then it's actually... I know I've done a lot of them, but the one for Amelia, the one for Nisha, and the one that we're about to do for Fiorillo with that big mutant with the guile hair, well, kind of guile hair, baby guile hair, it's really important to do this because it'll lead to good relationships
Hello,
later.
Mancer.
Hello. I talked to Scott's ex-wife.
So, what did she say?
It's an awful story. Her son. Anyway, their son was struck by mutation. They took him away from them, of course, but it made Scott go crazy, and he was convinced that he could find a remedy. He asked for your father's help, so they left together, and were gone for a long time. Their exploration apparently didn't lead to anything concrete for the boy, and Scott descended into madness. And then one day, Mark left. His ex thinks that it was to bring back something useful for his research, and he never came back.
Shit. So my father's disappearance is related to that poor kid? It's really awful what they must have gone through. That explains a lot about why he's so crazy, and also why he behaves as if we were his kids. Thank you, Zach. That doesn't answer all of my questions, far from it. But I have a better grasp of what happened. My father disappeared by helping his best friend, who was going through a rough patch and wanted to heal his child. It's a sad but beautiful story, isn't it? I'm gonna think about all this. Thank you again.
Yeah, no problem. Let's give her a compliment.
You're not like other girls, are you?
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Or are you being a wise ass?
I forget which one. Maybe it's this one.
You just don't talk like the rest.
I drive a Rover. I don't sit around sipping brightly colored drinks with brainiacs talking about take any one of them uppity shits and put them in a Rover, driving through sandstorms and seeing crazy shit every...
Easy, killer. I'm not judging.
You were a fucking rogue before, so unless the army made you soft and... Sorry.
Wait, that was totally the wrong thing to say, but that's okay. I will actually, I'll reload and say something different, because we want to foster a good relationship with her. So, I will do that right now. I'll cut out that part, and I will bring it back to where we were. Hopefully the autosave is before I talk to her, not after. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do a lot of reloading. Or I might just let it sit. We do want to make sure we have a good relationship with her.
Hello?
Nope. Okay. When was the last time I quick saved? Okay. So I am going to I'm going to cut the episode here. I'll come back and say something nice to her, and because we want her to like us. But I thank you for watching, and it's been Twinkle Butt. It's been awesome, and I hope it's been a good day for you. I will see you guys later.